Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please?
The show starts
right here, right
This
now.
is a message to all the haters out there. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan.
Yeah, I've been throwing down the whiskey. How to get my money back. Someone said it drowns a memory. Oh, but it ain't doing jack. Yeah, I've been sipping, I've been buzzing, shooting doubles like it's nothing, all but nothing makes you go away. I need something you prove, something stronger than I'm used to. Yeah, I've been pulling out.
What's going on, everybody? This is your main man, Smooth Baron, and you're tuned in to Hawg HQ. Woo! Pig Sue! Wee! Go Hogs!
What?
Has arrived. Look.
Well, you were muted at first.
Oh, well, look. I had to get straight to it because, the comment section wanted to get on our asses this evening. You guys for tapping in. As you can see, the screen looked different today. Welcome to another episode of Hawg HQ Live. The screen is doing something because Adam is touching it. Either way it goes, you know how this goes. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We are back again with another great episode. Hawg Talk on the screen. Hawg HQ Live, brought to you by the Hawg Talk podcast. See, I got it together at that point? Yeah.
There you go.
You messed up the screen, so now, you know what I'm saying?
It's going to do that when we put up comments and stuff.
You blame the government shutdown for that.
We aren't going to go there.
Let's do it. No, fuck it. Look. All right, look, we're going to do it. So this gentleman right here, this is Matt. This gentleman right here, this is Adam. And that, wait.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah. That's my boy Porter Hayes. Porter Hayes from the Hawg Talk, a.k.a. Mr. pH Balance, always keeping it fresh. You did. See how I just made that up?
I've been called worse.
Yeah. But that, I'm DP, and I've heard different initials, abbreviations.
You ain't gonna go there.
But I digress. All right, man. Look, we're gonna get into it tonight. So tonight, first of all, thank you guys for tapping in early, hitting the like button, checking us out on all the different platforms. Once again, tonight we're gonna get into it. Tonight is a little bit of everything. Of course, we're gonna talk about the basketball game and the matchup with Michigan State and the loss that Coach Cal and the guys took. Trevor Brazile in the towel. Maybe he was stretching. Maybe he wasn't. Who knows? We'll discuss that as well. Also got some unfortunate news to discuss with a legend within the Arkansas community. So we'll definitely discuss that. And of course, we'll get into the coaching search, AD conversation. A lot of those things will be discussed tonight. And of course, anything you guys want to talk about in the comments, we'll make sure to address and get to it. Sunday nights at 8:05-ish. But I digress. Shannon, I love it. You've been watching the show. I love it when y'all take our stuff and use it on us. I love it, man. But look, we're going to go ahead and get into it. What you got?
No, I'm just, going through.
Gotcha. Just going through. Derek said we fashionably. Next comment, late. Okay, gotcha. There we go. Yeah. I guess he's seeing a countdown Pacific time. Up there on our heads breaking news. Hey, speaking of the intro, was that Morgan Wallen?
Yeah. So I know Morgan Walling was going to be watching the show, so I got Morgan Wallen.
Gotcha.
Just figured.
And that's why the comments say Petty AF somewhere in there, because that's who you are.
They already know.
There you go. Watch out. The chat is petty now. Absolutely. Transplant text, and thank you for tapping in, sir. We appreciate you for checking in with us per usual. Derek says Petty AF. Been a minute, fellow. Hey, thank you for tapping in. Once again, in all seriousness, thank you guys for keeping us informed, even though we like to be petty from time to time. Look, in the society that we live in right now, we got to find some time to crack some laughs and enjoy what we're passionate about within the Razorback community. It's tough out here for people every day. So like I said, when we can get together on a Sunday night and make you guys evening, it is definitely a pleasure of ours. And the queen of the show, Miss Teresa, good evening, gentlemen. She was talking to everyone except you, Adam, okay? On a bright note, the FB team, the football team did not lose this weekend. We undefeated. Yeah, undefeated.
I'm sure we lost a commitment or something.
It's very possible. We did have a commitment that recommitted. That was interesting. That was like last week, but either way go. I seen that. We do want to get into basketball, but I do know you had something that you wanted to discuss before we get into basketball.
No, we got the SEC roundup.
Well, let's do it. Let's talk about the football game. Ford, I definitely want you to tap in on this because it's some intriguing takes on some of these games if you watch this weekend. Of course, we had number 3 Texas A&M taking on Missouri. Missouri down a quarterback. The young fellow went in there and tried to do what he could, but Texas A&M looks very impressive on both sides of the ball, week in, week out. They continue to do their thing. They're number 3 and they're still undefeated. So it'd be interesting to see what that looks like. LSU and Alabama. This is usually a good game that we look forward to during the year. But it was very uneventful. Porter, what you got on it?
Well, big surprise was Vandy. I remember talking to Adam during the game. I was like, man, Vandy's done. You thought they're one of the teams you hit the peak, kind of like let's go with Mizzou. You hit a peak during the SEC season, and then they just kind of fall off. That's what's happening with Mizzou right now. Yeah. Vandy coming back and winning that game in overtime, and then you got Florida. DJ Lagway finally got benched. I knew the Alabama-LSU game was going to be that way, just with all the turmoil going on. Alabama, you gave DeBoer a chip on his shoulder, and you can't give a program like Alabama a chip on their shoulder. And now it looks like it's going to be in them and A&M in the SEC championship game. That's just my thoughts. Georgia, I mean, what can you say against a team like Mississippi State rolling in that one? So we're starting to really now see, the SEC line up to where you're having your tiers and everybody's starting to control their own destiny on where the ones that are going to make college football playoff and the ones that are just trying to make a good bowl game. So next few weeks going to be crazy, but to me, like me and Adam talked about last week on Hawg Talk, top to bottom, SEC is the deepest conference in the country. You not deny that at all. Watching these teams play.
Yeah, I talked to one of my guys today. He was talking about Georgia. I said I watched the Georgia game the other day. They look boring as hell to me. It's not exciting. They look boring as hell to me, so I'm not excited about them. Them and Alabama, they look average to me. I mean, they're good teams, but they don't look as exciting as they have in the past. The Big Ten is just top heavy. You got top two teams with Ohio State as well as Indiana. But like I said, as you said, the SEC is good throughout, so it's been interesting. Ole Miss, Adam, did your boy do something this week? Even though he scored 49 points on Citadel.
Who, Lane Kiffin?
Yeah,
there was a couple that got engaged on the field that he photobombed, like during the proposal.
Was it Weeks and his daughter?
I mean, that would have been better. I know before the game, I don't know if it was the day before or the morning of, they were doing some interview with Barstool or something or another, and of course they brought up, Brandon Walker being a Mississippi State fan and being a closet Ole Miss fan and all that stuff. So Lane Kiffin, just acted like typical Lane, didn't know who he was. But it's one of those that, at the end of the day, people can say what they want to say. And I know Matt threw some stats at us earlier in our text group text, but Lane or James Franklin, what would y'all want? I want y'all to think about this, and then when we circle back later in the show to the coaching talk, I need arguments for and against each of them.
All right.
Not from y'all necessarily, but from the people in the comments.
Okay. Hey, Matt, let me ask you something real quick. So you look at this, it seems like Kentucky and their coach Stoops, he seems to find a way every week to stay from stays hired. I don't know how this works. Florida, at this point, I think Florida and Auburn may be the hottest jobs in the SEC right now. And I would probably say Auburn may be a better job than Florida. No, that sounds crazy, but it's a reason why I'm saying it. Any chance you look at this and see Stoops may be going after this week?
I mean, there's always a chance, especially he's been there over 10 years, I want to say, and usually about that time is when they want to run you out. Yeah. So I definitely would see there being a chance. I'd be interested where he would land if he did.
This is it.
I don't know. I mean, this is like his 13th year, and he had that big-ass kind of lifetime contract. I mean, if he's fired, I mean, he's due like $30 million within 31 days. So, it's one of those, do they want to pony up? And then if they decide, okay, we're going to pony up, where are you going to go? Because Kentucky's not, they're not a football school. They'll tell you yourself they're a basketball school.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which, hey, Arkansas, look in the mirror.
I mean, outside of what, Benny Snell and Jake or Tim Couch, what have they
and
been?
the dude that eats bananas.
Oh, yeah, Will Levis with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
He eats bananas because of the way they're shaped.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He eats a whole, too.
He'd probably eat a whole banana and still say fuzzy bunny.
Anyway.
Oh, man. We have so
anymore?
much fun tonight. No doubt about it. Michael East, I see you say LSU was a hot job. I hear you say LSU was a hot job. It's a hot mess right now. So last I heard with the LSU job, they said they was going to retain the interim AD, take the tag off, and then they didn't. So it's still in limbo. Look, at this point, Arkansas, I need you to go get that man. That man said he's trying to go get the best football in college football, best coach in college football, and have him at LSU. If we can get him at Arkansas, I'll take him for sure. So
you imagine them getting the AD and James Franklin, two guys on a mission.
Just as long as the former AD of LSU or whatever his title isn't the one hiring James Franklin at Arkansas. I don't need that guy to come replace him.
There's no AD is going to be making any hires at Arkansas technically. So,
Well, we all know who the AD in waiting is at Arkansas, and his name's Kevin Scanlon.
I hope so.
Oh, I know who's a good coach. You ready for this?
Like, okay, now I got to finish, and finishing on a guy that size is harder than you think.
Hey, yo!
I had to.
Finish strong.
Anyway.
I can't. You know what? That's interesting. Look, coming right here. I hope we bring the boot home. Yeah, we haven't talked about a trophy all year long. We haven't talked about a trophy in about 3 years. Sam Pittman took a picture on the throne with trophies.
Have we not played LSU yet?
No.
Play them this week.
We do? Oh, we at this point the season's over with us. We're just waiting on the new coach. That's where we at this point. So it is what it is. But as Porter said, the SEC is looking interesting towards the back end of the schedule. Looking at some of these teams who are going to be in some prominent bowl games. Of course, some teams going to be in the playoff. And this is the current standing. So once again, Texas A&M, and nobody saw this, but Mike Elko is doing the doggone thing.
The common denominator for this, and for when LSU was relevant in 2019, is the strength and conditioning coach. The strength and conditioning coach for 3 decades got fired by Brian Kelly, and then he goes to Texas A&M, and look what happens.
So it does matter. It's more than just a position to make hype videos in the summertime.
It's more than running 21 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was getting to that. You already know it. Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas, Vanderbilt. Never thought I'd see that. Oklahoma, Tennessee, Missouri, LSU, Florida. Missouri, your boy Drinkwater is 0-6 against ranked teams in conference. Florida, Kentucky, Mississippi State, Auburn, South Carolina, Arkansas. It's just hard to watch us week after week be at the bottom. It's hard. It's hard to watch it.
I literally did not watch college football yesterday.
You did?
Like I tuned into the Indiana game to see Gus Johnson go nuts.
Hey, Gus Johnson is the best.
Wild.
To be fair, though, it is hard to finish when you're on the bottom.
When we get this Porter Hayes, this is a whole different guy. This is a whole different guy. And I love it.
I tuned into like the end of some games or whatever, but no, I was checked out. I was just waiting for 6 p.m. and then got disappointed in the second half of that game, and we'll get into that.
We definitely will get into that. All right, moving on. Arkansas winless in conference. Yeah, that's over. Yeah, it's it. As a fan, I'm used to being at the Mike. All right, Trisha. It's a lot of length and girth to make it in this conference. Oh my God, it's gonna be a night. I'm excited.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
Absolutely. Tonight tonight's gonna be
Black Eyed Peas.
There you go. See, I'm sure you got a poster somewhere because I know you like New Kids on the Block. It's a nice blanket in the back.
You like that?
Man, that's nice. That's nice. That was a gift.
It's a throw.
Mm-hmm. It's a quilt.
See how you was talking shit, and it just turned around on you. It's a throw. It's a quilt.
So anyway, yeah. So we can go into basketball.
All right, we can go into basketball. But before we go into basketball, we do want to take notice and take time out to watch this small little clip and remembrance. We did lose someone in the Hawg family, so we definitely want to show our respects. Tap in, stay locked in, check it out. We'll be right back with you.
To the baseline, spits it out to Stewart. Right side, Thurman. He's open for three. Good! Scotty Thurman with his third three. Over to McDaniel. Arkansas wins a national championship. The Arkansas Razorbacks have completed the dream season.
29 years behind the microphone for Arkansas Razorback basketball. Over 900 games under his belt, including 3 Final Fours and a national championship. On Saturday, radio play-by-play announcer Mike Nail called his final game at Bud Walton Arena.
The question you get the most from fans and media is everyone is, Mike, what's your favorite memory after 29 years? What memory just keeps coming back in your mind?
You know, it really is a question that have been asked for a lot. But I have to say my greatest memory of Razorback basketball is going to be the fans and the fan support of this program. And the fact that I'm going to be one of those has me excited.
The connection between Razorback fans and Nail is a relationship of love shared by the communicator and the receiver.
It's like your friend talking to you. You recognize the voice. he's described just about every great moment in Razorback basketball. So when you think about Charles Ballantyne's shot, or winning the national championship, or U.S. Reed beating Texas, or any of those kind of things, you think of Mike Nell calling the action.
It's retirement time. So what are you going to do with all your free time?
Well, I don't know that I'll have that much free time. There's a lot of fishing to be done, a lot of books to be read, two of the things that I like to do most. And of course, spend time with my family.
Next season, we look around this arena, will we see you most likely?
I promise you'll see me at every basketball game. There's no question about that. I don't think there's any way that I could stay away. So yeah, you'll see me here at Bud Walton Arena anytime you come to a game next year.
After Saturday's game against Ole Miss, Mike Nell hadn't made a game-winning shot, but by the way he relayed historical Razorback moments, he'll forever be an on-the-court legend to all Arkansas fans. In Fayetteville, Justin Lewis for Palestra.net and ESPNU's Campus Connection.
Yeah, Mike will definitely be missed. His voice and breaking down some of the best moments in Razorback basketball history will definitely be missed. He was definitely going down as a legend in the game. This kind of reminds me of the time when Paul Eels passed.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember like all the great memories, like listen to it, like I said, back then on the radio, and listen on TV, and just watching and listening to his enthusiasm about the Razorbacks, knowing the intel about the coaches and the players. So this is definitely going to be one that's going to hit different. I have no idea what's going on right now with Hart. He's had technical difficulties.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those nights.
Yeah. I may just hop on my phone and drop the iPad.
Yeah. I was going to say, I forgot who Trey Biddy used to have for the internet people. You might want to call them. Yeah. That was one of his sponsors. Yeah. Either way, he never had to unplug his internet, is what he used to say. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. And with that being said, we are going to transition into basketball. Of course, Coach Kyle and the guys took on Michigan State. At Michigan State, a great venue, by the way, a ruckus environment. You talk about Bud Walton and talk about the fan support for the team. You see what it's like over there with Michigan State. Those guys are ready. They're used to winning. And Coach has been holding it down for a while, having winning programs and being in tournament play. This particular game was interesting to me. It was interesting to see exactly what they look like versus a real deal opponent, an opponent who we know we'll see in the tournament. Someone let's see, Michigan State played. Who did they play the semifinals last year? They played somebody. Either way it go. They was in the Final Four last year. Michigan State was Elite Eight.
Elite Eight.
They were in Elite Eight.
Yeah, that was in Elite Eight because I think it was Jason Richardson's son played on the team last year. Yeah, Jace, that's his name, Jace Richardson. He was on the team last year, and they were a good team to watch. Tough loss that was needed. Yeah, focus will be.
They lost to Auburn in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so that's definitely a situation where that loss by the Razorbacks, it was a hard-fought loss. At the same time, it was an opportunity for those guys to be battle-tested early in the season, get them opportunity to put something on tape versus another great opponent. So what you guys take on what you guys saw and kind of break down the game through your lens.
Well, so first half, I felt like Arkansas they had the edge when it came to not getting bullied. I felt like they started off not necessarily sluggish, but didn't feel like they had really figured out Michigan State. What is going on here? And but then the second half, Michigan State came out and started playing what they wanted to do. Arkansas shot 39%. Michigan State shot 41%. Wasn't a big deal. Michigan State only hit 1 3 that entire game, but when they hit that 3 in the second half, that kind of ignited their whole team.
Correct.
Points in the paint. Let me see what that was. 46 by Michigan State to 28 in Arkansas. Fast break points, Arkansas had the lead. Total turnovers was 14-14. Arkansas had more blocks. Arkansas had more steals. it was just, I mean, you look at rebounds, we were out rebounded by 12. They had 19 offensive rebounds. We had 13. We started settling for threes and jump shots. And this is something that I felt like you could tell Arkansas. I mean, they haven't clicked yet. I don't think any of us expected them to be at that point. You could tell that there were times that they were frustrated because they don't know each other's game completely yet.
Right.
He disappeared.
He'll pop back on at some point.
Yeah.
He'll pop back
come and go.
There we go. So it's something that I wanted the win. I'm not mad at the loss. So this is something that, you know what, take this. You've got 4. I mean, I don't want to call them throwaway games, but you got 4 games coming up to shake it off a little bit before you have Duke on Thanksgiving. So I think use these next 2 weeks to your advantage. And at the same time, like I said, these guys they've got to find their rhythm with one another. I think there's too much right now of not knowing when to let somebody else take over. Whether it be Darius Acuff letting somebody, take reign, or Malik Thomas, whatever the case may be. There was times yesterday I wanted DJ Wagner to just take over because I felt like he was right there. And he, and just whatever would happen, it didn't go his way. So, like I said, I'm not mad at it. You wanted to win, but at the same time, it's game 2 of the season.
Yeah. Well, biggest thing too. I mean, you look. This is a team where you're playing a Big Ten school down low. Your top 3, the only 3 that was in double-digit scoring was your guards. Your down low presence was just non-existent. You need them to really step up. You can't have, 3 points from Trevin Brazil, no points from Carter Knox, no points Carter Knox. Ewan, 4 points. You keep Pringle 6 points. You got to have more production. It's almost like you could put it in football terms of the offense is going crazy, but the defense is trash. You got to be able to have balance. If they know that they're going to make you shoot 2s and 3s all night low, and they're going to be able to out rebound you by 20 and score down low at will, it's going to be a long night. Yeah. And that road environment is no joke. Granted, yes, game 2. I mean, this is a young team, but there's a lot of teams out there playing young players. So almost that excuse is taken away. But I mean, guys, we can equate a Big Ten basketball environment to an SEC football environment. It is that crazy. It's just how they take it up there. If this would have been in Bud Walton Arena, maybe you would have had 16, 15,000, but I don't think it would have been as ruckus as what you faced in East Lansing. It's just, that's just how it is up there. Plenty of time to regroup. I mean, again, you're going to have those people falling off the wagon already, but grip it and just regroup.
Grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you remember y'all remember when Trump got mad because they took that picture of him on Time magazine? That's how the fuck Matt just came into this.
Matt needs to work on that angle a little bit.
Oh man, look. All right, we back. I'm glad you able to get back on, sir. Hart, as you get situated, I'm gonna go ahead and get my take on the game, and then we'll
had to go by some minutes. His snap just got back. He got his snap.
Apparently, a squirrel ate my line or something, and so I gotta wait till tomorrow. It's been hectic.
Killer squirrels. It's fucking Halloween. All right. But look at the game. We talk about points in the paint. Now, when you talk about Big Ten basketball, you used to talk about using some athletic bigs, guys who can dribble it back down in the paint, get the good score, get the putback points, those type of things, hustle plays. The thing about that, I didn't care for it, and I understand what you guys said. I agree. It's only the second game. It's something to learn from, regroup, and get better. And watch yourself on film. But my take on it, Pringle, you undisciplined. Mm-hmm. You undisciplined. You done been to 5, 6 damn schools at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Your level of commitment, I just don't see it, is what I'm saying. I'm glad you're in the Razorback uniform, but you're undisciplined. Them damn fouls, move your feet, sir. Move your feet. Like, you got to play tough. There's no need of you arguing with the ref. This is not the football team where we can just say, it was the ref. It's the ref. And it was some calls that were questionable. At the same time, I took it to him and said, you're just undisciplined. You can't let a guy drive by you, then block. No, you face up straight up with him, and then you take it and block and throw it in the stands. That's how you do it. You send a message early to let them know that you do have presence in the paint. Trevor Brazile, it's like he went into little bitch mode. I have no idea what happened. He just fell off, and it just seemed like he got emotional and he got out of his own mind about what was going on, about what his assignment was in that game. We know he's the athletic big. He can take it out on the perimeter and shoot. We also know that he can play down in the post. He can get floaters in the lane. He can get the rebound. He can do all those things. It just seems like somewhere along the way he got frustrated and got out of his own mind about what he needs to do. And then he just started getting in foul trouble, ticky-tack stuff. So that was my take on him. Darius Acuff, I understand in the beginning he had family members because he's from Detroit. And that was close by. So he had some family members. I'm sure the butterflies were going, and it took him a little while to get going. But I'm going to still say this. Malik Thomas, he's a damn dog. That young man is a dog. I like how he gets in the corner and is not afraid to shoot. He's very confident in his ability to play. The fact late in the game, he missed it, got the rebound, took it back out the perimeter. I thought he was gonna pass it. He shot the damn ball again. I said, "This dude is
yeah."
I said, "Yeah, he don't give a damn. He got that confidence, and I love that for him." But as you said, Adam, earlier about Wagner, I thought Wagner would at some point say, "Hey, I'm the veteran on the team as regard to the point guard. Hey, you can get over here on the other wing, young fella, and I'm gonna let you do your thing. But right now, let me just run the offense and let me facilitate and let me be a veteran." I thought that would happen. It did not happen. But it seems like Cal knows what he's doing in regards of letting these guys play free, and then allowing them to put that on tape and then come back and then be able to process and do something else. Carter Knox,
so that's one thing with Carter Knox. He didn't play last game. Even in the exhibition games, I hope that by SEC time or during SEC time, we get the Carter Knox from last season.
Yeah.
I feel like he feels a little bit out of place right now with the new young guards, and I feel like he's got to find his place. I just hope that he doesn't get in his own head during this time, and because they're still working all this stuff out on the who, what, when, where, why. So it'll come to them. I just think that Cal needs to regroup with a couple of these guys and just be like, hey, just like he did with Carter Knox last year, stay in the gym, work on this, work on that, and it'll come to them. You just don't want to get, you don't want to start off the SEC season 0-5, but we're only at game 2, so there's plenty of time to go. Carter Knox has it in him. It's just a matter of figuring out his place with this type of talent that we have. And one thing I noticed with Trevor Brazile too, which I thought about while you were talking, in that second half, Michigan State exposed him because Michigan State started putting their true 5 on Trevor Brazile to force him to guard their true 5, and they were just taking him to the paint where he cannot hang. He cannot play body to body with a true 5, and I think they exposed him there, which that's when you've got to learn. You've got to be able to have, if Brazile is in there and you've got Pringle or you've got Ewan, they've got to be able to switch on offense and defense because Trevor Brazile can't go battle with the 5s and when he's on defense.
Do you think that's on Cal though? I mean, if you know you got that
100%.
mismatch, you should know. And back to the Knox thing, he was looked upon last year as being that hero, and now you have these young bucks in there, and now Malik's and Acuff's already getting a little limelight. You're talking about the fitting in, but that intimidation factor of I don't want the limelight to lose because that was me last year. You got to get that know your role situation because, again, like Cal says, you want to win a championship, you want to win a national championship, go far. Do that when you get into the league. Now it's time to stay in your lane and really be a team.
What?
His screen just went upside down.
He's going from landscape to vertical to
$1 City roller coaster.
It's like whenever you open up your camera and it's on selfie mode and it's not the other way, and you just pop up and
Gotcha.
But then we also have, Trevin Brazil and his antics after the game.
Yeah.
Hart, what you got? What was your take on the game, sir?
Like y'all said, I didn't like the fouls and the actions by TB. Acuff, like we said, as soon as he committed, he's going to be better than Boogie. I think he's proving that. Like I said, Malik Thomas is a dog. I think if he has a good night, he could really, put up 30 points if they give him the opportunity. I didn't like Malik Ewan in the way he played. I felt like it was a little soft at times, to be honest with you. Pringle seems to be our best big at the moment. I mean, you got Brazil that did what he did against Southern, but then you see what he did against real competition, and Pringle was the one stepping up, trying to get putbacks and whatnot. Knox, I think he's still just trying to come back from the toe sprain. I would say give it a little bit of time, and I think he'll be okay. But it's it was his first game, so just give it time, and I think everything will be all right. I'm not worried. I still think Sweet 16 is the floor with this team, even though the NCAA tournament's a little bit of a crapshoot, and it's the toughest playoff in sport. But I think we're going to be all right, and we got a lot of big games going ahead.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these guys develop. As Adam said earlier, these guys have to understand their role. And that's one thing about basketball. It takes time to really gel and put the chemistry together. You can have all the talent in the world that you have on the roster, but it's about everybody understanding their part. One guy that we did not talk about, Billy. Stop it. I still like his game. I like what he does when he does get in there.
And he's obviously got the green light to shoot threes now.
Absolutely. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops and how all these guys gel. But I think Cal has a great team. It'll be interesting to see what we look like in SEC play. We know the SEC is a very tough conference in basketball now, with great coaches as well as player personnel. So it'll be interesting to see how we establish ourselves as a team, who takes the leadership role, who actually steps up, who is going to be our paint presence. Because I knew you said we played Duke.
Yeah, we got 4 games coming up that are, UCA, Winthrop, a couple others in the boat. We've got Duke on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That one's in Thanksgiving in United Center in Chicago.
And I seen young Boozer. I seen the Boozer twins.
Cam Boozer, I think he's the main one. He's going to lead Duke in every statistical category.
Like Cooper Flagg did. Absolutely. Yep. He's going to be that
Somebody
guy.
Called him soft after the first game, I heard. When I flipped on that game yesterday, because I got YouTube, so I didn't have any SEC football.
Shot at YouTube.
Yeah.
Porter, what are you about to say?
Oh, nothing. I was just reacting to the soft thing.
Yeah, I get it. All right, Adam, what you got?
Let's just go ahead with Trevin Brazil and his nonsense.
Oh, okay. Stretch.
I got the
And it's not a reflection of what our program represents.
So I was just looking at Boozer's stats because the soft thing. I was like, he had 23 and he had 23 rebounds and 24 points.
They said it during the broadcast. That's
Lord.
Yeah, that's gangster.
That's crazy.
It's interesting how your man was stretching like this. He
Yeah.
popped the towel and instantly looked over here like, damn, you shouldn't have been in the way. I was like, no, you did that shit on purpose when they get rid of that air ball.
Well, like I told you before, during the game, I get the text from my buddy Kyle, and he's just kind of like, basically, TV's back to the childish shit.
Yeah.
The pushing, the pettiness underneath the goal, like things aren't going his way, so he starts getting a little chippy, a little mouthy, going chest to chest with guys, but then acts like, oh, like I wasn't doing anything. He did this shit last year, and at this point, dude, you've been in college for what, 6 years now, something close to it. Grow up a little bit. And that after the game, I'm just kind of like, it's not needed, dude. It was a close game. It's not like y'all got blown out.
Right.
Yeah, you airballed that 3 at the end of the game.
Who do he think he is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Kyle did not give him the green light to shoot a freaking 3, and you and me shooting all day. I thought for sure Malik Thomas was gonna get that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe Acuff would have. Well, Acuff tried earlier, and it didn't work for him. But I thought Malik would have got it. I don't know. Something would have happened, but that wasn't it. I thought maybe the guys would have went up and got fouled. I don't know, but like I said, the way that it planned out, it almost made me feel like should we have called a timeout and made a play? Call a play?
Did we have any timeouts?
I don't
No,
know.
we didn't have any.
We didn't have any timeouts.
Izzo called the timeout before the play.
Because that's what they were talking about. Like, if they were going to do a challenge, a coach's challenge, they didn't want to give Arkansas time to draw up a play.
Smart move, smart veteran move by the coach.
But
All right.
like I said, it's game 2. If Brazil is butthurt like that on game 2, he needs to wait until he gets in the SEC arenas where the fans are going to be 10 times worse than what he saw. And not necessarily as rote, but the SEC fans are going to be a little bit more vocal than yelling terrible when you walk off the court.
Right. Don't shoot. We'll go 1
Well,
for
yeah.
5.
You remember what Missouri did to them a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, people still bring that
up.
Just saying.
I was feeling petty about the student section, and our Arkansas doesn't have the same.
We got they need to look around at the other student sections, the dominant student sections in college basketball, and realize that where we have them now and where they're proposed to be moved is not it. The fact that you don't want your student section on the court over the other team, like it's blind. It's deaf.
Well, they don't want them near Gucci Row. You know,
Yeah.
they don't want them.
What was it? Game 1? There was a couch.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
Well, you notice they moved the radio up like 15 rows or something.
That's smart.
Right.
I mean, because we know that it can get loud, but it can also get really quiet in Bud Walton Arena.
Correct.
And so that's one of those that you need the student section on top of the other team, on top of the court. We need to stop catering to corporate America when it comes to sporting events.
You imagine they go into Cameron Indoor and tell them to move their student section. I mean, the elite student sections, they're right there. And I don't know. Maybe they don't want to see them swag surfing on TV. I don't know.
I even watched Texas Tech in the football game this weekend and watched their student section with the mascot hanging on the front row. And I'm looking like, wow, that's nice. Wow, you have an NFL quarterback in the press box with the jersey that y'all wearing. Wow.
You have $150+ million in NIL donations.
Yeah. And your the guy that we know that played for the school that's Kansas City Chief quarterback, he's actually signing players. Yeah, through his part.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy work. Here we go. Either way it go. Definitely want to get into that. We'll talk about some these coaching changes, talking about football. Has anybody recognized, as we transition to football, has anybody recognized that Sam Pittman hasn't put out a statement?
Wow.
Somebody pointed that out I saw a post somewhere because it was like they posted Brian Kelly's, I think.
Right.
That was a few days after, and it was just like, hey, where's Sam's at?
But here, I'll play devil's advocate. Why? Why would he? Because you know what it would be. It would be 100 petty clapbacks. I mean, it's not going to solve anything. And yeah, talking about pettiness, I mean, you're just piling on because of other people's doing it. If no other coach was doing it, nobody would say anything. And so that's the thing. Okay, do you want it for yourselves to make you feel better or what? Because we know what would happen. You're either going to say, oh, who wrote this? It's generic, or good riddance. It wouldn't do any good. Let's move on. And that's the thing. You wanted him gone. And I'm not saying you're wrong for this. I'm saying you wanted him gone. You got what you asked for. Now let's move on instead of, well, why hasn't he written a statement. But that's what happens when you're 2-7. You're going to pick apart every little thing that you can be negative about and bring it up. I mean, I don't want him to make a statement because what good will it do?
It's just like all the players that leave and they put out statements or whatever. It's like, oh, they didn't think the head coach, but they think the position, or that's people can pick apart everything.
Right.
Well, then that one player went to the Alabama game and he was tweeting out about rooting for the home team. There's things like that. So I mean, now everybody's saying, is he going out Alabama?
Alabama.
Sam Pittman staying. I was just
one of the players from Alabama that plays for Arkansas. I can't remember who it was. Went to the Alabama game and said he's pulling for the home team, or he's from Alabama.
Gotcha. But I get what you're saying. At the same time, speaking on it, you always talk, not you, but people always talk about how Sam Pittman never showed passion on the sideline or in the presser. If that's the case, that's his MO. He just keeps to himself. So for him not putting out a statement, that's on par. Tracy would have come in here. In all seriousness, Pittman is the coach that deleted social media. This is true. And made his team delete social media because it was too much for him. This is an accurate statement. This is an accurate statement. Ryan, thank you for watching. Sam's statement would say, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Brought to you by the Blue Light Special.
There you go. Transplant Texas Pittman. Never met a letter. Never met a letter to the fan base or the Hawg baseball team that could pen to paper. I'm not reading it right. I think I am, but it don't make sense. That's when you supposed to translate that, Adam, but you didn't. Sam was enjoying that good old cold beer while I listened to that jukebox. Hey,
I saw him wasn't he speaking to some offensive lineman at some meeting or something? I don't know. I saw something that he was at some meeting or something.
Gotcha. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. William. Matt.
It's the same thing. I mean, there's not new news. New news? Is that what they do over there?
Intel. That's what everybody says now. Intel.
Is that what the Kelsey brothers do? New news?
There you go. You're right. It is new news.
I don't know. I'm not a Kelsey fan. So I'm not a Swiftie.
It's interesting that you say that because
because you're going to say something about my haircut, aren't you?
I'm not. I'm not. You have nice hair. I'm just saying, like the whole Kelsey fade thing, and you was like, I've been doing this. I'm from Fort Smith. I've been doing this. River Valley fades. Like I don't know.
Time what?
There you go. Exactly. That's like he was on. That's what he was on. So I get it. Matt, you don't have anything in regards to coaching search, do you?
Well, I mean, basically what I've been saying for.
Do we need to play the video
several
first?
weeks.
Are we getting into something?
No, not that. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
Not ready for that yet.
Basically, Franklin's the number one target. I gave the salary expectations for coaches being from Golish to Franklin last week, being 8 to 12 million roughly. I gave the NIL, but I've gotten an update to that I'm not allowed to share yet. Sorry to tease you on that. But Franklin is the number one target right now. The only scare to my guy is Virginia Tech. But it looks like we're in better shape than them right now, from what it sounds like. And then if FSU opens up, Florida State opens up, that could be somewhat of a lure for him. Just trying to think what else. Is there anything else I can say on that? I would just, if we land him, I would expect a major boost to NIL. And I will say this, because I put in the post that Tyson was involved with this now, and he's basically willing to do whatever it takes to get a good coach here, especially if it involves money. But he wanted other boosters to get involved, and they have. And, I made the comment earlier that Yurachek really isn't going to make the hire. I mean, we said that a long time ago that the board of trustees really was. The AD is kind of I feel like it's a dying breed. the dying position because the boosters are the ones that are going to run the school at this point or run the hiring. They're the ones that are going to be fronting all the money for the NIL and for the coaches, for the buyouts. And so they're the ones that are going to get the big say. And we've been saying for at least several years now that there's strings attached to them, especially being in a small state and only having several big fish in the state compared to somebody like Texas A&M who has hundreds or thousands of them. Right. So that's about where I'm at on the coaching news. It's Franklin, and then we'll see where the dominoes fall if we don't land him.
I feel like this is the first time, guys, and y'all can stop me here. This is the first time they actually it's a consensus about a particular coach. And y'all know that Matt is my guy. Hart is my guy. Hog News is a real thing. Trust Hog HQ Live. It's never the first guy. Don't give a damn. It could
actually was the first one.
Right. It could be. But I just feel like if we actually inked a deal or came to an agreement behind the scenes, it's a long time before you got to hire this person. And it's just like commitments. It's just like guys talk about, well, he committed and he's only a sophomore. There's no way he's going to make it. That's a long time. And a lot of other schools could open up. I just don't see it. I just think it's going to be somebody out the blue. I can't wait. I want you to be right. Wait, DP. So they grew.
This is my devil's advocate to that, though, because we've let your athletic director out of left field, Pittman, out of left field, Muss. If you got John Tyson coming to the table, all right, the big boys are here. Mm-hmm. The big whales are here.
All the whales are here.
We're at the big boy table. Let us show you how it's done. And even if it might be Franklin or not, they are seriously vetting this because they know how important this hire is. Because if you think that Tyson ain't going to pony up all this money, we're talking about probably $5-6 million to match basketball, then you're asking your Scanlon to be the AD. If that's talks, his people, we're talking about $20 million. They're going to make damn sure they get this right.
Correct.
I think that's the pause. It's not because we're going to go get this splash hire. And I think that's what Hunter Yurchek failed. He thought he was going to bring Bobby in. I've got this backup plan. If Sam Pittman don't work out, Bobby's going to come be the savior. And he's going to get us to this point, and then it keeps me around for whatever. But it didn't happen. So now the big boys are like, okay, Hunter, you go sit at the kiddie table. We're going to show you how it's done.
Comment here from Matt. Matt, you being funny, but no. At this point, he need a statue. If Mr. Tyson can pull this off with the football coach as well, he need a statue on the campus. Like I'm dead serious on that because I'm like, this dude is possibly transcending the position of the status of the program with these hires. Like I said, so it's definitely something that could be Tyson install him as AD. Hey, he's still messing with the chicken. So at the same time, my sources say it's saving. Yeah, Jamie, I don't know which out of the 6-pack, I don't know which beer you own, but yeah. And I would love for it to be saving, by the way. People think I'm crazy. Why do y'all want the Memphis coach? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Derek, I got you. By the way, we had some words on the X the other day. You gonna
tell us about that? We're on Hog HQ. We can talk about
that. Yeah, you gonna get enough, sir, of asking questions because I don't play that shit. So I will tell you straight up just how I feel about it. People are tired of shenanigans, sir. Yeah, like I said, you consistent with you putting out content, but it's fraudulent. People just tired of it. That's all it is. So as opposed to people talking around it, you talk to me, I'll tell you straight up. That's just all it is.
Just tell me how you really feel.
I just want to tell you how people feel around you that won't say it to your face. I will, right? And guess what? We'll still life will come in tomorrow. It's no big deal. Like you ain't gonna see me in the street with it. I'm sorry. I'm from Little Rock. I'm sorry. From Little Rock. I'm sure you never planned to be here when Pittman Petrino hit the fan. Yeah, it's very possible. Like I said, that whole thing with Hunter Yurchek in South Carolina, I think that was real. and I have no idea where it's at right now and what he's looking at doing, or being a chair on some type of board with college football. So who knows what 100-year check plans really are for his future. At the same time, I feel like if he wants to exit the same way we felt about Kendall Browse, flirting with other people, he needs to go ahead and exit and do what he can do is best for his interests.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Oh, this guy, the guy that they're vetting to be the next athletic director.
Magnificent.
Executive vice president and head of the private wealth management division at Stevens.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So what me and Adam were talking about last week was you talking about bridging that gap between Central Arkansas and having him AD. You got those ties. You got that money without having to worry about the Little Rock games.
Gotcha.
You can find that magical thing that, everybody's wanting to know, what about the Little Rock games? You get the Central Arkansas money and you get to play all your games in Fayetteville. That's a win-win. And
absolutely,
I mean, he is a businessman. You don't think he hasn't made decisions and quick decisions and interviews and talking about budget cuts. Remy Cofield out, gone. You save you can get you 2 linebackers for that, So Arkansas don't need a GM.
Gotcha.
That's another thing that's a robbery. You're talking about Sam Pittman's buyout and robbing money, and what's Remy Cofield done?
Mm-hmm.
He had a press conference.
And he talked to an old folks home or something.
Yeah.
Oh. And they paying a salary for that.
He brought him candy corn.
Better than Peeps.
I knew you was going to do that. You don't have to be petty all your life. I promise you can make a change, bro. Y'all do the shoulder laughing emoji after. Gotcha. All right. Your AD must be able to fundraise. Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
If you refuse to fundraise and expect it to just show up at your door or have a bullshit collective or whatever else, you're going to fail.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
An AD candidate that wouldn't outsource every job due to hire him. Gotcha. So you mean to tell me this gentleman that you just put on the screen, you mean to tell me he's not a traditional athletic director? Correct. He's a guy who's known for running businesses. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden he's stepping into a role in which he's not the prototype for.
Mm-hmm.
Have we not seen this before? Have we not seen guys who
he's
run
also
business?
a member of the Walton School Business Dean's Executive Advisory Board, the University of Arkansas Razorback Foundation Board of Directors.
Is it any commas in that? It was just one.
I mean, there's a couple commas in there.
Yeah.
Well, he played for Arkansas too.
Arkansas also, so
he's pretty much used to nut on steroids.
He was a quarterback under Holtz, I want to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Red Lashley was too, but he didn't record any stats. Either way, he's not coming. I'm excited. You guys got me excited about the option of him being an athletic director. Hart, I do know you said something about the timeline in which AD or coach, whoever it is, will be hired. You said not before December.
Not before December. With Yurachek, I've heard 2 timelines after what I initially was texted. It was at first it was this week or end of November, and then it got changed to end of November or later. Basically, if they got rid of him, they'd have to pay him too. And
that's wild.
It's just in a way, it's not worth it. He's not raising any money. He's not making the hire. Just pay and let him go out until he finds another job. And I think that's what they're kind of hoping he will do, find another job and then go from there.
Well, I think he showed up on social media today, so he's probably listening to too much Wyclef Jean because he was gone until November. I'll see myself out.
So you mean to tell me this man left the Boston Celtics organization after winning the championship and then comes to Arkansas in a GM role, which he's never done at this level.
He got that money.
He got paid. I can't get mad at him. He got paid. He made it happen, and nothing is actually being done. He doesn't even have a staff, last thing we heard. So who knows what the trend is.
Forget about it, cuz.
Forget about it, cuz. All right, Adam, is there anything else that I am missing? Do we need to
The only other thing I had, I mean, it's just kind of the playoff talk. Playoffs, okay, so right now, are you going to have a group of 5 member make the playoff? Do they deserve to make the playoffs is, I guess, the question. And this is just a little minute clip from CBS. Take it for what it's worth, but I thought it was interesting. So we'll roll that, run with this before we end the show.
Guaranteeing a group of 5 team in the 12-team playoff makes 0 sense. We just put up the favorites there. USF, if they win the American, they will be in as a 2-loss team. One of those losses was 49-12 to the Miami Hurricanes, who probably are going to be on the outside looking in, but you have to guarantee one of these group of 5 spots. There has to be some sort of requirement, a minimum requirement that the group of 5 should have to meet in order for them to get access to the playoffs. Make it so they're top 16 in the country, somewhere where it's in the vicinity of the top 12. We did not have a group of 5 team ranked in the top 25 by the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. And if you want to have it in fairness, so you don't feel like you're just screwing over the group of 5, make it for everybody. If you're an ACC, Big 12, or even an SEC or Big 10, you should have to be ranked the same way so that you avoid teams with 3 and 4 losses that are conference champions and, oh, well, we just have to put them in. Guaranteeing a group of 5 team a spot in the 12-team playoff makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't like the guaranteed. I don't think we were doing this when teams were good, when you're undefeated and you had a case for being in a playoff, but you can't sit there and guarantee somebody if they're not qualified to even be in it.
So is this going to be another year? I mean, just like last year's playoff, after it was said and done, it was like, okay, we've got to reseed this or re-rank it, if you will. So now are we looking at it? We're going to have to make another adjustment that a group of 5 isn't guaranteed. So we're going to keep adjusting this year after year, like tweaking it.
I think you wait till the 16. I think if you move to a 16-team playoff, then you revise it then.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than fair.
Because you're changing the whole format. Then you can, okay, we let y'all have your fun. You didn't produce anything. Sorry, but if you with all the conference realignments going on, if you don't want to be considered a group of 5, join a real conference.
Will you have the same conversation with Notre Dame?
Notre Dame's proven. I mean, they play teams. They go out of their way to play Texas A&M. You look at. I'll bring Clemson into it. When they're an ACC school, they know that they're not. I'm talking about in their prime. In their prime.
Got it.
They knew they couldn't rely on just an ACC schedule to make it to the 4-team playoff.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? We schedule a home and home with a SEC school at the beginning of the year, which wasn't no Kentucky or whatever. You're playing Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, LSU, Texas A&M, and then you knew you had South Carolina at the end of the year. Prove, if you're not going to, deserve why. And look at Notre Dame's schedule. They're playing Texas A&M now because they know their previous independent schedule wasn't tough enough. So that's all I'm saying. Prove.
You know what's interesting about that conversation? I brought up Notre Dame for a reason. Do you think that Notre Dame scheduled Arkansas and we're their cupcake on their schedule?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably.
That's sad. But I mean, it is what it is at this particular point. It is what it is at this particular point. Hart, you got anything that we need to get, sir?
Yeah, we can hit the Hog news if you want.
And then we do have to, while we're doing this, I haven't seen any comments about Lane Kiffin versus James Franklin. So, I mean, we can skip past that. I just,
Because we're doing a blind resume next week. So just
next week. That's true. All right, here we go.
It's time for some Hog news.
All right, so double checks with my guy, and from all indications so far, unless something dramatic changes, it sounds like Baba Oladotten will be a Hog.
Gotcha.
So there is your Hog news for the night.
Is he rated the number 1 center?
Power forward.
Power forward, I believe.
He's, I think, number 10 in the country overall. Because there's another player that's probably going to be a Hog too. That I think he's 11th, flirting with that. So,
in any way we can find somebody who can get some points in the paint versus Michigan State, I'll take them. I'll take it. No doubt about it. Mr. Porter,
yes,
is there anything that we need to know? Like I said, I know we collaborate on the show tonight. Is there anything to a regular hit on Hog Talk that you want to make sure we drop for tonight?
I think we covered it all. Appreciate you letting the collab. Like I said, government shutdown, made things a little difficult for our normal programming. We had to switch over to PBS, so we're good.
Has anybody seen the reels about Africa?
Oh, about how the parents telling their kids to eat their food because there's hungry Americans, starving Americans.
I said, you got to think all these years we grew up watching TV, and it was like for 35
They're
cents.
starving kids in Africa.
Yeah, and now they're making commercials. Some out there, kids starving.
They thought the Buffalo Bills won 4 Super Bowls. Crazy.
Right. They definitely had Super Bowl shirts on over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just send them. Keep those in America, though.
Hey, we live in a place right now in this country where I think everybody playing. It ain't nothing serious no more.
Listen, maybe that's why we're going to start getting more NIL, because now they think we have edge and they'll start donating.
It is what it is. Adam, is there anything that we missed, sir?
I don't know. It's past my bedtime.
Look, when you get this Porter, it definitely hit different.
Oh no, I did have something.
It better not be
okay, now I got to finish, and finishing on a guy that size is harder than you think.
Hey yo!
Oh, that was the wrong one.
I don't really get hung up on the running back's weight, but it is good that you have some that have some girth to them. But there's no doubt you need length and girth in this league up front.
I mean, you heard it first. You heard it here.
All right, Piggy Poop. Remember, on YouTube, if you're not getting notification, hit the notification bell once you go back up to the top by the banner, and then we'll notify you when we do go live. Since you said you have been missing us, and when we go live, so that's that. This year anyway, got you on that, Matt. Is that on YouTube? And it is. Is that on YouTube? Boy, Jamie done went through a whole 6-pack. He been talking crazy all night, but I love it. Fan Texan, we definitely appreciate that. Every single show, like, subscribe, select all notifications, and if remember, tell a friend to tell a friend. That is the motto. We appreciate everyone for checking in with us tonight. I don't know about in Arkansas, but in Georgia, this cold front is coming through.
It's like 30 degrees here right now.
It's like 20.
But it's for like 2 days, and then it's back to the 70s.
See, the government is not shut down. They still in control of this shit. 2 days of just a damn blast of freezing, and all of a sudden go back to regular. It's gonna be a hell of a winter time, no matter what happens.
Hey, why don't you read that last comment?
8:05-ish.
No, the one before that you had on the screen.
Better than having length and girth. With that being said, man, we out of here. We've been clowning all night. We appreciate you guys for tapping in with the comments. Once again, Hog HQ Live, Hog Talk Podcast. Hit the subscribe button. Let people know who we are. We do this, and we gone. The weather perform like our offense.